Hello guys, welcome back to the Blackout Tea channel. Honey, we're gonna go ahead and get into the Braxtons, honey. It looks like the Braxtons are shaking the motherfucking table, child. Y'all know what, when I saw this clip at first of them, it reminded me of when Tracy had called to warn that damn snake of the family, honey. I feel it's easier for people to talk about Tamar because Tamar be the loudest motherfucker in the room. But baby, honey, we're gonna go ahead and get into some shenanigans, honey, okay? And see why they're trying to flip the table. Let's go ahead and get into this clip first. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Do your girl a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells. Here we go, boo.
And now, a first look at the new season of the Braxtons.
We are back. Season 2 of the Braxtons. And I can't believe it's happening. Last season was pretty heavy.
What's wrong with your heart?
If I have a heart attack, I won't survive.
Since everything happened even with Tracy, I would have thought that it would have brought everybody to a different place where we're closer.
It's been a lot of healing that's been going on, and for me to show up for them now is what I really truly want to do.
We found ourselves in a place where we were beginning to restore our sisterhood and our sister friendship.
To the Braxtons.
Guys, let's go ahead. Everybody, five line. Everybody good? Reggie good?
Mark soft sticks.
I am so excited for season 2 of the Braxtons. As a matter of fact, you're welcome.
Let's go ahead and roll.
The fans want to see the Braxtons having a good time.
Thank ya! I'm really excited about being back on the Braxtons as a full-time person and not just a friend to the show.
Okay.
No, don't scroll all the way through. You can't scroll through people's phone like that, Tony.
What was that? I'm blinded.
I bet you were.
What I'm most looking forward to this season is fun and laughter.
My hair is blowing in the wind.
Just being a Braxton.
Tawanda made it!
It's a blow-up doll.
That's Tawanda.
How'd she get here?
She blew here. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if I could have written this myself.
And I don't know if you guys have heard, I'm getting married.
Look at God. I've seen people in love, but this is in love. It's really great to have something to celebrate. You know, how our sisterhood was in the first place.
We have so many amazing memories.
Yes. I am ready to get back and have fun. And I think Tracy would want us to do that.
Y'all.
5 minutes. Our cameras in place.
Tamar, Trina.
Ready for arrivals?
Yep, thank you very much.
The car's pulling up now.
McGums.
Pretty weenie.
Tony's on her way.
Oh, the food looks yummers.
Thank you.
Tamar's landed on set.
Hello. Well, hi. We have had a series of unfortunate events in the Braxton family lately.
What we were told is you didn't want to film with us.
Well, you already know why I want to film with y'all.
Wait a minute, hold on.
My niece Ashley, who we love very much, posted her videos on social media with some accusations about our family. My family was a little surprised.
Well, there was a lot going on the internet.
Tamar announced that she would be interviewing our niece Ashley on Tamar's podcast. I didn't think it was a good idea.
I am getting Ashley here. You're not going to make me feel bad about that. I wanted her to come to a safe place to tell her story.
And all of this happened right before we started shooting season 2 of the Braxtons.
Next thing I know, y'all tried to shut down my entire
Y'all, don't
business.
say y'all.
Sending a cease and desist is shutting down my business. Exhibit B. The cease and desist. I got a cease and desist before Ashley was on my podcast. I didn't even say anything.
I was not involved in any way, shape, or form of sending a cease and desist letter. My name was nowhere on it.
Nobody wanted to come to my defense.
So you're going to sit there and say, Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton, I got you on the phone.
No, Tony Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Tony Braxton.
I want to it on record.
I want to be.
You want to say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when they.
With heavyweight, don't put me, Tamar. Don't with Tony Braxton.
And then when Tony said we need to have her on the show,
I told you we need to have Ashley on the show. I never say that.
Yes,
I never said that. She's lying.
swear on my mother. Don't swear your mother.
I said just show her the Chillllllle circuit, and we shouldn't do it.
You said have her on the Braxton
This is
show.
not the forum.
You said that.
This is not the forum.
You said that.
Don't you go there.
Don't you
go there. Nah.
Baby.
Thank you.
My gosh, I'm hungry.
Me too.
Thank you. Perfect.
Why was it important for you to reach out to Ashley and invite her to come on your podcast and talk about her story?
Well, I'm Ashley's aunt. She is my brother's daughter, and I know what it's like to be in pain and no one comes to your aid. Okay? The difference between me and Ashley is that I went to my family for help, and they told me they wasn't gonna help me. And I wanted to offer that to her because I felt like it wasn't offered to me.
How do you feel about the platform that Ashley is being given?
I think sometimes people take the opportunity that's given to them without even thinking about the repercussions. You should never hear something about your family through social media first. Period. People who have absolutely no knowledge or idea of the situation were bullying me.
Right.
I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. I told you, I'm sorry that this has happened to you, and I embraced you. But if there was something additional that you needed from me, why didn't you call me?
What is your objective? What in your prayer, what would you like to accomplish for you? Are you concerned about your family?
What I'm saying is a lot.
Which one?
I think it'll be a surprise for people.
Braxton's.
So y'all, let me say this. I kind of see why the show has went from the Braxton family values to just the Braxtons. Okay? And furthermore, I feel like, listen, Ashley's dad should never be calling her and asking her to shut up about a thing. Okay, but we're going to get into that in a minute, okay? So the argument stemmed from Tamar's decision to have Ashley discuss allegations involving an aunt's ex on the podcast of Tamar's. We all know who that aunt's ex is, and he is deceased, okay? Tony Braxton and her younger sister Tamar nearly came to blows in the explosive season teaser for season 2. Okay. The clip shows all four sisters sitting down, Tony, Tawanda, Trina, and Tamar, seated for what was supposed to be their family dinner. But we can all see that the tensions boiled over really quickly when Tamar actually confronted her sister about allegedly trying to dismantle her business by sending her that damn deceased and dismiss. Okay? We have had a series of unfortunate events in the Braxton family lately. Trina began setting the stage. From there, Tawanda pressed Tamar about not wanting to film with the group, a question Tamar brushed off, hinting that her sisters already knew the reason as to why, okay? The reason, according to Tamar, stemmed from backlash after she announced plans to invite their 32-year-old daughter, niece, Ashley, onto the podcast of hers. So Ashley previously alleged that one of her aunts cut her off after she actually revealed that the ex-partner of hers had sent her inappropriate messages when she was only 16. Tamar said she wanted to give Ashley the safe space to share her story, which I don't see anything wrong with that. If she's going to share it, why not share it with her actual aunt? And for real, in a safe space where she feels comfortable. Nobody should want to cover this up. And I feel like the family is trying to do just that. They're trying to hush her and cover it up. Y'all tried to shut down my business, Tamar shouted as her sisters denied over filing the legal motion. Nobody wanted to come to my defense. And that's when you see Tony jumps up and she's going to say, so you're going to sit here and say Tony Braxton ain't never had your back? Okay? Tamar stood her ground, responding, you didn't have my back. As Tony quickly fired back with a warning, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with Tony Braxton. So the argument did escalate as Tamar accused Tony of being who wanted Ashley featured on the actual Braxton season instead of her show. The Unbreak My Heart singer shot up from her seat, pointed her finger in Tamar's face, and doubled down. Don't you fucking go there. Don't play with me. Before the sisters could physically clash, the teaser cut to earlier footage of Tamar having lunch with Ashley, who clearly will be the season's most heated storyline. I believe it will. Yes, yes, yes. So the incident that sparked the heated exchange between the sisters actually dates back to December of 2024 when Ashley, who is the daughter of their brother, Michael Braxton Jr., came to social media with those shocking allegations. In a two-part TikTok video, which we're going to take a look at here in a second, Ashley explained the situation began after her and her sister spent a summer with one of her aunts. Once they returned home, she claimed the aunt's partner started sending her sexual text messages. When I leave her partner, her husband at the time, he decides to start sexting me. So texting in a sexual manner, she recalled, there was nothing physical that happened, absolutely not. According to Ashley, it was her stepmother who discovered the text after looking through her phone. While she didn't name which aunt in her video, she said that her aunt was initially supportive. My aunt was there for me. She was very kind, very nice, and was like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. She was very kind, and it just felt safe, as she shared. But then as the years have gone by, it's like that mood and that assumption that I didn't do anything because I was a child was not that assumption anymore that she was getting. She also admitted that the shift in energy was painful and confusing to her. When I say all this is not a dig to my family member, because it's really sad that she was put in that situation of having to deal and having to handle, she added, I don't wish this upon anyone either. There's sympathy there, but there's also so many other aspects of it when you're a child and you're denied a voice. This is not a space and a place for me to trash my family's name. It's a space and a place for me to talk about something I've gone through and to be able to make light of a situation that a lot of us have gone through that are completely silent. She continued, and for the first time in a really big long time, she feels like she wants to help other people feel free. Okay, so the allegations are here. We're gonna take a look. I'm not sure where it's gonna start from, but let's see here, y'all. Let's see, y'all.
Okay, so I want to tell a story today, and that story is about how one of my aunts in my family do not talk to me because they think that I, at the age of 16, did something with her partner at the time. And I have been a nervous wreck to talk about something like this and to tell this story. A, because of my family. B, because I don't want people, it's not to hurt people to tell my story. But at the same time, I've been working through this so much in therapy, and this is something that goes way deep to my core in terms of worthiness and how I feel about myself. And it's been such a journey. And it's that moment of my life where I have to fully confront it and face it and talk about it, but talk about it because I also want to shed light for the women and the men and anybody who has gone through something like this, where you were underage and something in that sort of manner happened in terms of that sort of word of abuse. And I feel like I have to be careful with what I'm saying here because I don't want to be banned from talking about these situations, but also we kind of have to talk about it. I'm also not very good at storytelling, and I'm new to all this, and I'm also trying to get ready at the same time and tell a story. And I feel like the story is quite complicated and detailed, so like bear with me here. But yeah, so one of my aunts does not talk to me because I guess she felt like I did something with her partner at that time. And nothing happened, but I'm going to try to tell the story quickly and also not name any names. And so I was with this aunt for the summer with my sister, and I can't remember how much time had passed since we were there in the summer for a little bit of time to when we got home. And when I think it was my stepmother was going through my phone and she found this conversation, this sort of conversation. And she showed it to my dad, and my dad called that aunt and we spoke about it and we talked about it a little bit. And I remember just a lot of emotions. It was a lot going on. I was 16 at the time and I'm 32 now. I had to think about it. I'm 32 now. And so, oh my God, it's been 16 years. This is wild. Anyway, okay. So yeah, my aunt was there for me. She was very kind and very nice. Was like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you, blah, 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 blah. And not blah, 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 but she was very kind and it just felt like safe, you know? But then as the years had gone by, it's like that mood and that assumption that I didn't do anything because I was a child was not that assumption anymore. And it boggled my mind because it was like, wait, but if it happened or if it was true, then that would make him, you know, and like, you're okay with that? Like that's what you would like to hear? And I will just never forget how when I got older, I just realized that I really had to take the time and go back to that part of my life and understand how much feeling of like I didn't matter, that I was unworthy. It just felt like love from my family was just cut off and gone. And you're like, but wait, that guy? And it made it even worse because it was like, wait, this guy that was doing this to you on TV? And like, it's kind of cohorts in the same spirit of what was happening. Not in the same cohorts in the same spirit, but like, you know? It's so painful. And I know that the ladies, the men, everybody who has experienced this sort of feeling when your family doesn't believe you, or when you're at an age where you shouldn't have been put in that situation to have to navigate it. And however you navigate it was however you navigated it. And this is what I learned in therapy is like how I navigated it and how I dealt with it was how I dealt with it. But the most important thing to understand is that I never should have been put in that spot in the first place. And I think that's the devastating part, is that you realize that you didn't ask for that. You know, I did not ask for that. No matter what? I didn't ask for that. So I'm just wondering what other people who have gone through this, how they decided to handle this sort of situation. How did you go about telling your truth? And how do you tell your truth in a way that honors you? And I think the reason why I'm addressing it now so much is because I'm getting older. And if I want to have kids, and especially if I want to have girls, like, I don't want to still be in that space and place and in that situation and just even having to deal with it, you know? And so next year I'm planning to go to the US, and I'm planning to like confront a lot of things because my sister passed away. Like, I've just I fled the country because I was needing to save my own self and my own life. And when I say all of this, this is not a dig to my family member, because it's really sad that she also was put in that situation of having to deal and having to handle. That's not her. Like, I don't wish that upon anyone either. Do you know? There's sympathy there. But there's also so many other aspects of it when you're a child and you're like denied a voice. It's pretty much been like a lifelong battle for me. So it's been a journey, but I appreciate spaces like this where I feel like if I talk about it on social media, and I just felt like, I don't know, like, I just felt like TikTok was the space and the place to talk about it, and it felt right, and it just felt accepted in this community. And so if you've ever been that person, I just want to hear from you. I want to know that you're okay. I want to ask you what sort of work you've done for yourself to get better. Like, what sorts of things are you doing to make sure that you heal? And I'm so happy that I'm getting to a place where I'm healing, so that then I have the heart and the courage to go heal somebody else, that next person. And not only that, but my aunt as well, you know? So this has not been an easy journey, and I hope that I'm not annihilated on this platform. But I do just, I don't know, like, I love you all and thank you. And if you've ever been that person who's been silenced, like, so much love to you, and you're an amazing person. And don't let anybody, because that's easier said than done, but wait, I'm gonna go to part 2.
I don't know why they stuck on so much of protecting Gabe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody, Ashley is still alive. Gabe is deceased. So I quite don't understand that with them either. Child, they cut that damn clip off where Tamar called to Wanda a wig snatcher, child, and immediately started showing I pick up her bald head, and I say I can do it. Oh, sorry, y'all.
That I did something with her partner. And if you watched part 1, you could probably understand what's happening. And like I said, it's really difficult to talk about because I just don't want to be, like, I just don't want people to be rude, because this happens to people where they've experienced some sort of abuse, and then someone's told them that it hasn't happened, or that it's their fault, or like they've just completely silenced them. And this is something that I really honestly sometimes thought was only, or that it was really big in the African American community, where we just sweep things under the rug. But then as I have now lived in Europe for 10 years and I've traveled the world, it happens it happens across the world, which makes it even more important to talk about, because a lot of people are going through this, but they're not allowed to say, or they're embarrassed, or they just feel like it's not something that they can even talk about. So for me, it was difficult because I realized that my aunt was starting to feel this way that I initiated, or that it was I'm a part of the problem to blame. And I was saying before that I never should have been put in that situation as a kid at all, ever, especially when there's an adult involved. But yeah, okay, I was saying that this happens around the world. And I was asking the people who have gone through something like this to start sharing their stories and to start talking about it, because I don't feel like we talk about it enough. And I have a lot of friends who have opened up to me, who told me that the same things or that has happened to them. And I hate that we can bond about something like that, but at the same time, I'm so grateful that I can give them a space and a place that they also have a voice, because losing your voice about it is no fun. So I wanted to know how you guys were, or how you handled it, or how you dealt with it in your life. And I think I'm getting older. I'm ready to have kids soon. I can't be going through this anymore. And so I essentially left the US in 2014, and I went to Paris, and I was there for about 4, almost 5 years. And I'm so irritated at myself because I left right before I was supposed to get my my citizenship there. But anyway, and now I'm here in Barcelona, Spain, and I've been in Europe for almost 9 years now. And this subject has just come up for me and my therapy. And I'm addressing it, and I'm talking about it, and I'm shedding light on it, and I'm shedding awareness on it. And I just want to encourage other people to share your story and to find love and to find self-love for yourself and for everyone else involved, and just know and understand that it's not your fault. And I know that you did not ask life to give you this, because that's another weird misconception. Is I feel like people are like, you asked for it. Why would I ask for that? It doesn't make any sense. But that you don't let it get to you, and you find a way to release yourself and to feel loved and to feel appreciated and just felt beautiful. And so I'm excited to tackle this journey and just have a support system behind me, and talk about it with people who I know wouldn't judge me and just who get me, and encourage everybody else to practice love and to practice self-love. And you didn't ask for it, but you have to deal with it, and you're dealing with it you're worthy enough to just at some point let go of it and talk about it and love yourself. I think one of the most important things that I've done since I've moved to Europe and figured out who I am as a person and let go of maybe what I internally pressured myself to what I thought I needed to be, was to find my own, was to find my own values of life. And I feel hold on one second. Anyway, I feel like I did that, and I made my own values for myself, and I'm gonna grow with my family, but also find the love to create a boundary and a space in place for my relationship with my own family to grow. So that's it, you guys. I have to get dressed and I have to get ready. I hope you guys do not annihilate me for this, but this is for you, little lady or big lady or matured adults, beautiful flower. This one is for you, and You're just so worthy. Okay, I'm gonna go, but thanks, guys.
I feel like the Braxtons, being legends, they don't want to tarnish their name. I really feel like that's really what it's all about. Okay, because I don't see why nobody is saving Gabe. Okay, at this point, um, come on. At the end of the day, it's sad. The Braxtons, it might be time to just go ahead and hang the show up because I believe it's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. Tamar saying that Tawanda be using up her credit card, y'all, left and fucking right. So, and then talking about stealing the mama's SSI check. I said, well, good God, is they just gonna put everything out at one damn time? I don't know. I mean, Tawanda just looked like one of them ones that a child steal your shit and help you look for it, kinda. I just think that niece looks just like Tawanda, to be honest. And her sister, um, allegedly that she overdosed. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like the whole family just needs some type of therapy and to separate themselves for a while. Sometimes you gotta separate yourself from family, and it's just needed. As much as you love them, sometimes you gotta step back, give yourself some time, and child, even Evelyn at times, I be side eyeing her and that daddy and as well. Because why at the end of the day y'all trying to get this girl to silence herself about what actually happened to her? You understand what I'm saying? It could happen to anybody. And honey, when T-Ball said Birdman and Tony Hawk up, I said, child. T-Ball, you heard what damn Tony said, don't fuck with me. I feel like Gabe has brought this trauma into Trina's life. He is gone now, but I do feel as if he brought this trauma into Trina's life, and Trina just needs to allow her niece to be able to heal. And if for her, the way of healing is to talk about it, why not? I feel like Tamar is going to give her the platform to do so. And so, therefore, she can feel comfortable in doing so. And it already seems like she wants to come out and talk about it. But like her dad does tell her child, you better zip them damn lips, honey. But I think she's gonna end up moving forward because I don't feel like any of them gonna be able to tell Tamar what the fuck to do. At the end of the day, Tamar is gonna do what Tamar wants to do. Okay? I just feel like the family needs to abort mission when it comes down to this show because everybody getting real shady, honey. Everybody getting real shady. All right, do your girl a favor. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells, and I now have the Blackout Tees TikTok. Make sure you follow. I love you guys. Mwah.